person sees all.
Hi and welcome everyone. My name is Bruce Swartz. A great big thank you for everyone stopping by. Remember, September 9th, 2019, we saw an object going on the northeast-ish side of the moon. Let's take a look at it. Now I got rid of the fuzz because we wanted to see the shape and form of this object. Now you see just before the impact, it's really incredible the image that we can see. Take a look at that. There it is coming down, approaching the surface. It goes into this very odd V shape, right? Sort of like, it's hard to explain. You can see like a nose in a way starting up there, and you wonder what it is. Look at this. How do you like that? A lot closer. Now I'm going to show you guys things that sometimes I've showed this before from far away in a corner of an image, but watch this. Each piece of film shows us evidence when we slow it down. Now look at this light, or well, it's a light, definitely a light that we can see going left or right. What is it, a searchlight? But we're seeing orbs, other lit illuminated objects coming from this object on the surface, and he or she is not alone. Why do I say he or she? I'm starting to wonder if they're not entities, right? It could be a searchlight, it could be anything at all, but to make it clear, this is not the sun. Most people think it is. I know a lot of you do. And maybe there's a lot of deception out here on YouTube, but let me tell you, there's also a lot of truth, because I've seen many channels myself. Wow, telling so much truth and learning from them. You guys got to check out the featured channels also. Recently, had the chance to meet Paul Wallace. His book is coming out in 2020 in May, but you can pre-order it, and I'll have all that up soon. What did you guys just see? I think it's a biological creature contracting and expanding, or whatever. Who knows, right? It's something. It's definitely something. Now I'm going to show you guys something else. I'm always trying to clarify my research, and I told you guys I was going to share everything with you, and I know you guys are going to love this. I've never showed you guys these beautiful objects, scary objects, UFO fleet going by at their real speed. Because right now we're slowed down, many a times I have it slowed down. Here we're probably slowed down 4 or 5 times, maybe 6 times. And then you will see there, now we will go to about 3 times slowed down. And when you see the real speed is here. What do you think of that? This is the real speed. Could you imagine something bombarding us on Earth at that speed? Real ufologists, when I say real, professionals, and when they talk about whether or not a UFO sighting is legitimately real and declared real, because there's many sightings during the year, many more than the ones that are declared. Look at the vapor trails. We're talking about signatures and traits of UFOs. There you go. So what just happened there? They either multiply themselves, I hope not, twice, or it's a vapor trail behind these objects. And why am I speaking of that? Because it's very, very important, and it has to be mentioned. Well, if a professional was to analyze this footage, very simply, you could see the vapor trails, the signatures. Those are signs of high, excessive speed, high velocity. It's proof. It's proof it's not a plane or a bug flying by, because bugs do, trust me, they don't have vapor trails. That's for sure, unless an insect's going to go at the speed of light. I think it'll break apart, as so would a plane. Colors coming from a UFO. We're looking at unique, exclusive findings and sightings. And there again, vapor trail. We're slowing these down, and we see them doubling themselves as they're advancing and advancing. Each time, I've shown it many a times, and it's again more signs, signatures, and traits, but I'm finding some that I've never even heard of. Have you ever heard of a yellowish gas coming off, or no matter what the color is, because it could be another color, but I was able to get a color or a gas or something, a light, a bright light coming from this UFO. And notice that it's under some type of cloud cover. I'm even showing the proof of it going in and out. Now, what's going to happen now? Here's a color, and look what just happened. Now there's an object beside it. It either appeared there beside this object, or it's coming out of the object. As the object is leaving, there's that other object remained there. I'll get a circle up on it for you guys to understand what I mean. So let's take the time to really see that properly. And I'm going to show you the object that came out or away from this craft or entity. There's always something to see, always something new, and the slower you slow it down. Now watch the colors change for this object. There you go. There's even a big cloud, guys. This is wide. It's a couple of miles wide. There's a lot going on, and there it is. There's now an object there that's apparent. It's like they're working on something on the surface. Or it's an entity. I mean, what do you want it to be? It could be only either one, I believe. UFOs traveling in different directions, and we're looking at different shapes, sizes, and forms. Another thing that's hard to get as a capture of proof. So of course there's a smoke up on the top left, just like in a movie, guys. It's all there on the surface. There really is an atmosphere that maybe is, like I say, without having any confirmation, I believe could it be higher than what they say it is. The signs that we're seeing now, look at these markings and look at the other object that's going towards between both of them. So is this an object that is being guided by the lights on the surface or by guide marks? Or we're seeing a lot of that proof. Now here's a UFO. Get close, Bruce. There it is, right in the center, and you see lights coming from every angle. Even if it's hard to see, I think it's beautiful. We're probably never be able to see them, but you know what, it's a camouflage. It's deliberate, but we're still seeing the object camouflaged. It's still incredible, and it's still exclusive and rare footage, because not many people honestly have captured UFOs the way I'm doing on the moon. And not just capturing it, it's going to get them. I'm prying on them. I'm able to see what they're doing, but not perfectly. That's the thing. Rima Hyginus Crater. The arrow is pointing to the Hyginus Crater, and the triangle is inside of the circle. Many have been asking me. There's a light source near it. It's said to be a caved-in, ancient underground, over-flooded, that spewed out the lava, that's what they say, and that it would have caved in and cracked. Here is a very beautiful view of Mare Imbrium, where the supposed Apollo 11 declared landing site was. Probably see a little part of there on the bottom right there. You can see a little part of top right there at the end of Serenitatis, Apollo 17, where that's Mons Argeus in the top right. But in general, hey, look at the mountains. We're talking about an elevation just 10 or 12,000 feet under the highest mountain here on Earth. So Mount Everest. And there it is, the line there that goes all the way down and meets Eratosthenes Crater is said to be so high off the surface. And again, why are we seeing it lying down? Well, the reasons they say to us, scientific reasons, is the foreshortening, the parallax, due to having two celestial moving objects, and that we're filming from another moving object. It all comes into consideration, so they say, and it gives us an optical illusion. Let's zoom into Copernicus Crater. There are two types of cells inside of a human eye. There are rods and cone cells. The rods being a lot more sensitive, and of course giving us problems at night seeing color. And looking through a telescope, looking in space, we see the moon here that looks very great. Look at these objects, little craterlets beside Copernicus Crater. So in reality, this moon is not great at all, but the atmosphere over top, clouds, hazes, natural or not, I think it's a bit of both, is causing us to see a film-like surface, an even surface, and giving us maybe even the idea that all the craters seem to look the same or have the same depth. Thanks for watching, everyone. The next song is one of mine. Enjoy. Here's Mare Imbrium. Beautiful, beautiful, revealing close-up. So we know they didn't land in the forest, right? Like the bushy part. Maybe they landed along that road there. Here is my mailing address.
Aliens are gone. Aliens are gone. And they're mining. They're mining on the moon. Aliens are gone. Aliens are gone. It's fire. They're mining on the moon. Aliens are gone. Aliens are gone. They may be coming soon.
This is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston, we've had a problem.